What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the EA FC Career Mode. It's episode number 78 and it's part 2 of our January rebuild. Yep, Real Sociedad into the last 16 of the Copa del Rey now. We're still outside of European place altogether, but after some big sales and signings, our budget now £100 million. Just under 2 weeks to go in the January window, and we're for sure going to add to the 4 signings we made in the last episode. So there's loads to get through today. We're going to crack straight on. And we shall start off with our first of the 3 games remaining in January. Betis at home, already 11 points off the league leader Sevilla. Definitely not get back in the title race, but if we have to get back in the top 4, we need to go on a winning run. Let's start here. Yeah, I've already sort of written off the title in our first season as being, just a little bit too far out of our reach, but the top 4 for sure needs to be an objective that we fulfill. Because obviously the Conference League, winning that is a qualifier for the Europa League, but I don't want to be in the Europa League next year. I want to get Sociedad back in the big time. The only way we can do that is by a top 4 finish. Oh yes, great tackle out by John. Can I slide through Zakarian down the left? Yes, I can, but what a chance. Abdullah, oh, great save at the near post there to keep it at 1-0. I think we're going to need a second at some point, so the earlier we get it, the more confident I'll feel about seeing these points out as Abdullah heads just over. He's a heck of a young player, man, seriously. That Salah regen, I like him a lot, man, I really do. Definitely feel as though in this team, whilst I wouldn't say there's many players that are safe for definite, he is one of them. I've got no plans to sell him at any time. I think that is going to do it. And Sociedad once again are going to win unconvincingly. It's all we've been doing since we've been here. But wins are wins, and we shall stay in that race for a Champions League place. Big 3 points to kick off today's episode. So, still looking down the transfer list right now. I really want this left back, and I'm so tempted just to meet that big release clause, even though it's well over the valuation, because I can't imagine it's a better new-gen Spanish fullback in the game right now. But we'll keep our eyes on that. But yeah, still 100 million to work with. Like I said, the team to me is actually still pretty solid, but I just want to make sure we do make it slightly young with the sale of hopefully Trent soon if I can get him to Liverpool, and 1 or 2 younger players coming in as well. But at the moment, just not getting that bid. We're getting bids from anyone but Liverpool, and I'm not against selling him elsewhere, but I would prefer to get him to Liverpool. If we get towards deadline day though, and the Reds still haven't put a bid in, then I'll definitely consider selling him elsewhere. I'm not going to sell a bid either. I like Van Bommel. Right, next up, Basque Derby, Deportivo Alaves away. Desperately need to get back in the top 4, and only a win could give us a chance. Need to go on a run. Push that cut back. Oh, no. Ramiro, what a save. He might be getting downgraded slightly, but still our captain. And still between the sticks. And still 0-0. There we go. Easy. To Zakarian. Maestro. Abdullah. 1-2. Can he finish? Yes! He's so good. He's so good, man. Salah's regen with another. Sociedad have the lead. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Like, when we joined Milan, it was, Leao who was the main guy that Cox and Long sort of joined alongside. But with this Sociedad team, it's Abdullah's team, man. They've lost so many of their great young players. Some of which I'll try and bring back as well as Diaz. Zakarian gets his first since I've been here, but this is Abdullah's side, man. 2-0 Sociedad, quick fire double, and I think it's going to be our 3rd win on the trot. What is up with this regen, Papadopoulos? Is this just me? Is this in the footage as well? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, look at my game catcher now. Yeah, it's what is going on? He's got like, I don't know what's going on with his shirts there, but it's almost like it's torn off him a little bit. But even so, Sociedad get the win 2-0, and it's 3 on the bounce as we win a Basque derby. Okay, starting to hit our stride a little bit, and this is exactly what we need if we're going to be a top 4 team. Oh, no way. That one I wouldn't be against accepting, to be fair. With what we've done with Luton. For those that have been asking in the comments, by the way, I appreciate you guys. Obviously, I can't show every episode because it would just take too long. But Luton Town this season, obviously last year won the Conference League. We were buzzing with that, and they're in third right now. So, said it before, sign of a good manager when a team continues to develop and get even better after they've left in the top four. Go on, you Hatters, right now. And I'm not actually against that, to be fair. Trying to bolster their Champions League hunt. I'll think about it. I'll have a week until that deal expires. So with that being the case, I'll think about that one. And if I can't get a Liverpool bid, then I think I might let him go there to Power Court. Can I get Cabrera yet? Oh, for God's sake, Sevilla, sign another left back. For those that wonder what their team is looking like now, by the way, obviously quite a few players have gone. We obviously signed Cox and Long for Milan. Adebayo's gone to Salernitana. The Bartman, he's now at Barcelona. You saw that in the last episode. But Fuentes is still there. Giles is still there. Cashin and Kirkes are still there as well. Obviously, they signed Mazraoui, as we know. They got Simakan now too. They also brought in Todibo as well. Alex Anderson is now 91 overall, so you'd love to see that going back to Luton and developing his game brilliantly. They've got Brahim, Shirky, Camavinga, who have all joined since, of course, we departed. Same with Savio and Pablo Solari as well. And up top, because I know a lot of people do ask about him, Duke, Marmaduke is still there at Luton. That's why I never brought him to Milan. I was thinking about it because he never left Luton. I thought, no, he's loved there at Power Court, man. He's a real fan's favourite, so going to leave him where he is at Luton Town. So, Pavel is still there as well. Martinelli's joined too at 88 overall, but yeah, Pavel is still there now and leading their line in the absence of Adebayo. Right, following game, and a question for you guys. What do you think about the big teams in the Premier League having their reserve sides playing in the football pyramid in English football? Because our following game is Villarreal's B team in the Copa del Rey last 16. I know Pep Guardiola's in favour of it. What do you guys think? Personally, I would say no, but that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, great chance to reach the last 8 here against a reserve side. Second division side is starting off bright. And despite being a reserve team, they're playing like their first side. I'm having a tough beginning to the game here. I haven't really been able to get out of my own half, to be honest. As we'll get it back there. And Van Bommel will take over into his A. Carry Cabarou to that man again. Oh, great first touch and the finish as well. This guy is the real deal. Salah's regen with another. He's on fire. Yes, William, mate. And now Engels. Chance to lead the break here. Can I slide through John? Yes, I can. Golden chance here for his first goal since re-signing, and he's going to get it as well. This is a great acquisition for 25 mil, because even though I said I want some good young talent there, I did say I wanted to bring back some of the old Sociedad boys for the homegrown quota as well, and the unwritten Basque policy Sociedad have too. Carry Cadbury for 25 million. And again, 29 means he's in his prime. Not going to go down for at least a couple of years. And already 83 overall as well. That is an amazing budget buy. First goal since re-signing. And Ramiro makes a great save as Hernandez hoofs it away. Still leading by 2. Let's see this out. We took over. We are asked to win the treble. And whilst it appeared to be a far-fetched dream, the dream is still technically alive. Whilst we've got very little chance of doing it, we are into the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey. Get another favourable draw like this one, and a final 4-place might away. And as we go straight back to the main menu, because this is the Wednesday game, we were the last games we played alongside that Deportivo Alaves game. So we'll see the draw directly afterwards, and in the final 8, we've got Villarreal's. So we just had the B team, and now we've got the A team. Yeah, Villarreal's first team in the quarterfinal. But to be fair, I have to say this is a Copa del Rey there. Sorry, Copa del Rey, an El Clasico. Copa del Rey quarterfinal tie. Villarreal not having an amazing season below us in the table. I think that would be a very balanced tie. I wouldn't say we're favourites for it, but very balanced indeed. And a chance to make the final 4. That's brilliant, isn't it? Honestly, just took out the B2. It's like Pokemon, you know. We just had the worst of the two, and now we've got the best ones. That's actually coming directly after the January window ends. So we still haven't made a signing yet today. I'm still waiting for Cabrera. I might just pay that release clause because he's the one I want. I'm slightly concerned that the market valuation isn't that high considering he's only 23 but 84 overall. But really, he's the main guy I want, so I might just bite the bullet and pay that. And I think for Luton's sake as well, I'm going to accept this bid too. They've actually offered us one of their new gens, Rene Hoffman. 19-year-old centre-half, 82 overall already. He's only 5'10". He wasn't part of our academy or anything, so they've just signed him from somewhere. But he has got the exciting prospect tag. It's not a bad little player to be offered. But I think to be honest, I'm just going to say, look, I want the money. You know, I want the money straight up. Unless you want to give us Duke, who is a fan favourite there, and I don't think I'm going to take anyway. I'm just going to ask for the money. I still think we can get close to 60 million for him, personally. I mean, even though he's 33 years old, he's still one of the best right-backs in the world. So yeah, I do feel as though market valuations this year are a little bit less than they should be. I don't see how Trent should be valued that lowly, considering, yes, he's 33, but he's 87 rated. He's one of the best right-backs in the game right now. And I think I'm going to replace him with Ivan Fresneda. I really do like the idea of Arnau Martinez, but Dortmund, as you'll see, they're a where am I here? They're a Champions League team still, Borussia Dortmund. So I don't think it'll be right to get him. But Fiorentina, they're not in any European competition this year. Fiorentina last year finished mid-table in the Serie A, and so with that being the case, I feel as though whilst Arnau Martinez would probably want to stay in the Champions League as opposed to drop down to the Conference League. Fresneda, mid-table in the Serie A right now, 27 years old, 85 rated, want to get back in the Spain team. He'll have more of a chance here in La Liga and playing European football as well. I'm going to go for Ivan. So we'll have to spend a little bit over market valuation, I would say. Let's go 50 mil to begin with, and well, it's still a good deal, but I could have got him even cheaper. Even so, I'll take that. Not a Basque player, but a great young Spanish talent who's bounced around a little bit in the game, but now he's back in La Liga with Real Sociedad, buzzing with a signing for 50 mil. Yes, it is slightly more than I might have had to pay. It's still a great deal, all things considered, for a player in the prime of his career right now, an 85 rated as well. The perfect successor for Trent, who is, of course, about to go and join our former team, Luton Town. He asked for a major pay cut, by the way. I said before, but sometimes pay cuts, they make sense, but in this situation, absolutely not. Don't know what else about, but even so, 75 grand a week, 5-year deal, and Ivan Fresneda is back here in La Liga. So yeah, buzzing with his signing here. He'll take the number 2 jersey with Trent about to leave, and whilst he probably isn't going to get much better, he might still be able to grow at least one more rating. And when you look at the stats this guy's got, man, I mean, he's absolutely rapid, and he's great going forward as well, and physically too. There aren't any weak spots whatsoever. If I can get that defensive work rate up from medium to high and improve those defensive stats slightly, this guy is the all-round perfect right back here to replace Trent. He looks brilliant. Right, following game, Valencia at home. Both teams neck and neck in La Liga right now and vying for a top 4 place. Huge clash here at the Real Arena. Vamos Real Sociedad. Where you going? Ooh. Oh, hello. Maestro, surely? Yes! Come on! Maestro, the opener. These are massive 6-pointers, man. You'll see the league table pre-game. It is so tight. It is so congested. So if we can win these 6-pointers, they will be huge. We'll go 3 clear of Valencia with 16 to go if we win this. And I know with 16 to go, it's a bit too far away for us to read too much into it. It's a massive win, especially because don't forget in La Liga, it goes head-to-head before goal difference. So winning those games, winning those individual duels can be so crucial in a tightly contested league table. In front by a goal, Maestro opens the scoring, and I'm surprised, without Randall, we're still putting the ball in the back of the net quite consistently. I did see a comment a couple episodes ago saying, can you make sure to have the numbers 1 to 25 for the La Liga squad registration rules. Now, I've given Trent 66 for his final game. It's a great shout, mate, for the realism. And obviously, because of the squad depth, I might have to have, like, you know, extend it to like 26, 27. But for next season onwards, I'll definitely number them between 1 to 25 or slightly above if we've got a few more players in the team as well. But for the first season, just a little bit of a cluster at the moment. It's a little bit ham-fisted, so you'd have to make do with a couple of players outside of the 25 that La Liga allow. Even so, Maestro doubles his tally, Sociedad 2-0 up, and this will be a massive win. And now 5th in a row if we can hold on to it as well. Sociedad hitting their stride. It's always a little bit ham-fisted when you join a new team, isn't it, in terms of numbers? Like, it's like even with like Milan, you know, they've got those retired numbers 3 and 6, and yet when we joined them, obviously, I think, was it 6 that was already taken, or 3, Maldini's number? Can't remember now. But yeah, it's a little bit like, it's not hard coded into the game, which, to be fair, for the record, I don't think it should be, because I feel like you should be able to just have fun with career mode. If you want to use those retired numbers or go outside the registration rules, so be it. But we do like to do things quite realistically if we can. So yeah, for next season onwards, once I've sort of stabilised a little bit, then I'll number them 1 to 25, and that is a penalty. Not a great start for Fresneda, committing a foul and giving away a penalty 9 minutes into the second half. No complaints there, and Vidal could make it 2-1, which he does. Valencia back in it, 2-0, the most dangerous lead, possibly again. We already saw it last year at Milan a few times, didn't we? But hopefully we'll be alright, because going forward, to be fair, we look really, really good. And Maestro, oh, he's been brilliant. He is a maestro. All 3 goals being his. He's absolutely dominated out there. Oh, ref, you're really going to blow there. Come on now. Even so, a 3-1 victory. Sociedad's best run since Doxy Boy took the reins. 5 on the trot in all competitions, as we keep our top 4 dreams and technically treble dreams alive as well. Deadline day next. Let's further reinvest in this side. Yep, deadline day is here. And there we go. Top right, you see it there. Trent Alexander-Arnold is back in England once again. And this time off to Power Court. I said, mate, you'll love life in Luton. They're going for a Premier League title this year in the Europa League. Higher competition than ours. And Trent is surely back for his final years in pro football in England. I wanted to get to Liverpool, but to be fair, anywhere else, I think the best would have been Luton Town. So I quite like that, to be fair. So Trent gone, and even more money added to our budget as we continue to reinvest. But I don't need to know who to go for on deadline day, really. The one I want, I can't get. Oh man, you know when you got your heart set on one player, but you just can't get them? To be fair, Sevilla are in the top 4 right now and going for a Champions League place. So maybe I should leave him there just in case they end up pulling off a top 4 place coming the end of the season. But to be fair, there is a right back at Mallorca. They're mid-table right now, who's also 23. A couple ratings lower, but still really solid. 90 stamina, 90 sprint speed, 92 acceleration. He's not the one I want, but right now it probably makes a little bit more sense. So I'll go after him instead. Let's go 32.5 mil, just a little bit over the market valuation, and everyone wants his A. Everyone wants him, man. I can see why. He's been brilliant since we've been in, but 34 mil, 4.5 mil over the valuation. But to be fair, he's not the one I want, but for this season he'll do just as good of a job, I'd say. 30 grand a week, 5-year deal, and whilst he wasn't the one I wanted, it might prove to be a blessing in disguise, because for just £34 million, Julio Calderon is in, and I have to say, this guy, to be fair, looks really, really solid. So in the end, I'm glad I saved my pennies and didn't go after the Sevilla fullback instead, because this guy looks just as good. So Calderon in, 82 rated, 23 years old. He's been a regular in Mallorca's team this season right now with them in mid-table, and he's still getting better as well. To me, with the great pace he's got already and the excellent stamina and already solid defensive stats too, you know me, normally I try and get that defensive work rate up to high as soon as possible, but instead I'm going to play this guy left back and get that weak foot up from 3 to 4 in just 8 weeks time, and possibly try and get it to 5-star as well before the end of the season, and play this guy on that left hand side instead. He looks brilliant. So our budget now down to £68 million. I would like to bring in 1 or 2 more players for the squad depth here. And to be fair, whilst I do have my eyes on Stefan Bajcetic from Vigo to Liverpool, now playing for Nice. Nice are doing alright now in the knockout rounds of the Europa League and going for a top 4 place in Ligue 1. Speaking of players in Ligue 1, Bryce Crespo, a 22-year-old CDM who to me should be playing further forward, is part of a Lyon side in 7th and not in a European competition whatsoever. So I think out of the two, he makes more sense. I'm going to go in for him. We can get him for quite a cheap deal as well. Let's go market valuation right to begin with, 24 mil, and they'll say 10% sell-on clause, which I'll remove, and just ask for a flat fee, and they're going to accept it as well. 24 mil, we'll have that. Big fan of this deal. Crespo in for 24 million pounds, 4-year deal, 35 grand a week, and at 20 years old, I have to say, this guy seems as though whilst he's got no potential tag whatsoever, he could become a really good box to box, because to me, even though he's listed as a CDM, I see him playing further forward. The only thing he's lacking really are the shooting stats. He can't shoot, but he can definitely create. He can dribble at 81 dribbling, and he can pass too with 81 short pass and 84 stamina as well. So to me, whilst it seems as though, you know, defensively he's got some solid stats already, I think personally box to box is where we'll get the best out of this guy. Because again, other than the lack of shooting, he's got everything else. To get the defensive work rate up to high, improve the skill moves and the shooting as well. And this guy, to me, I think would be a great box to box in our midfield trio. Oh, just a little bit of money remaining. I'm going to try and make one final signing. Hopefully, I'll have enough for him. I said I want to bring back some former Sociedad players, and now moving on to Frankfurt, but still got it at 30 years old. And Baronexia. This guy off the bench will be superb. Still with the pace now in his 30s and great technical stats as well. Hopefully, I'll have enough money for him, but it's going to be touch and go. Obviously, this would be good for the homegrown quota as well, you know, with Sociedad's unwritten Basque rule as well. And why does everyone want a Brecci? That's not happening. We love him, man. He's going absolutely nowhere. I'm looking at the top left there and thinking, well, I'll have enough for the contract. Well, if they accept this, I will. And, yep, that'll do it then. That'll be the rest of our money gone. But bringing Ander back is a great move here. San Sebastian, born Sociedad Academy graduate. And I said, whilst I want to make this team younger, I do want to bring back some former Sociedad youth players for that Basque policy. And Baronexia fits the bill perfectly. Frankfurt struggling in the Bundesliga this year. And I said, Ander, come back to where you love. And let's get Sociedad back in the Champions League. So 4-year deal, 70 grand a week, and still at 30 years old, still got it as well. He's probably not going to get any better, but he won't go down a couple of ratings for at least a couple of years, I'd say. And that means he's still got that rapid pace and great technical stats as well. So that, to me, is the perfect signing to end on there. Ander is in, and I'm buzzing with that. Whether Oyarzabal will come back, I'm not too sure, but Ander is a great re-sign. And so as deadline day comes to an end with 6 mil remaining to carry over for next season, the top deals in the end were Trent leaving us to Luton for 60 mil. Samuel finally left Milan after the years we spent with him there at the San Siro to Lille. And obviously Fresneda joined us to replace Trent for 50 mil. What a great bit of business that was there to sign a younger player for £10 million less. And that is going to do it. We've rebuilt the Sociedad team in this January window, but there's still a long way to go, no doubt about it. I'm liking how it's looking, don't get me wrong, but this is only part one. For next season, we'll want to do even more work on this Sociedad team. The question is, where will we be heading into next season? Because after that win there, against Villarreal's B team, we're into the Copa del Rey quarter-final, we're into the Conference League preliminary round as well, and whilst we're still outside the top 4, we're still in the quest for a Champions League place as well, and only 1 point behind Real as well. It's getting tense now as we're now outside of the transfer window. But that will end today's episode of the EAFC Career, guys. So big fan of watching. If you have enjoyed it, if you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you for the next episode of our Copa del Rey quarter-final against Villarreal, aiming to reach the final 4 in our first year with Sociedad, and we'll also have more big games in La Liga, aiming to get in the top 4. Thanks for watching, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.